Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So what we are doing here today is a spread for the new moon that is coming up tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to be putting this up today, so yes, it will be tomorrow. I found a couple of different spreads online, but this is one that I really liked. It's called Gemini New Moon, Integrating the Dualities Within. Because this is a new moon tomorrow in Gemini, Gemini is all about communication, okay? So, and the twins. Did that just drop? Sorry about the shaking, guys. Okay, so what I've done here is just, you know, I put them out now just because I shuffle and shuffle and shuffle until they fly out. Sometimes it takes forever, which usually it takes forever. So I just have the spread ready for you. But I will be putting a link to this. I actually saved it on my Pinterest so that you can go and check it out. It prints out onto a full spread, full sheet. And this was created in 2018 by Sharon Basanti at www.seedsofshakti.com. So I will also put a link down below to that. And she's got an article for anyone that is looking to do like a new moon ritual, especially for Gemini. She has that on her website that goes along with this particular tarot spread. So I decided to use my angels and ancestors because this is the time of the year where the veil is still very, very thin. So there's a lot of ancestral work that is done at this time. And because with it being all about communication, it can be communication to, you know, your ancestors as well, and or any kind of communication. So actually one of them happened to be number 4. What do I need to hear from my ancestors? So with this being the ancestors, well, the angels and ancestors, I thought, you know what, let's just do it. So the first card is, how can I embrace the sacred feminine within to help birth what is in my heart space? And this is the card that I got. Is that blurry? Take charge with authority. So just, I mean, I definitely see that as like an Aries. Yeah, it looks like that's the ram in the back also. That's very much like your emperor energy. You know, your very masculine energy, which I found very fitting. So whatever it is that I am feeling or that I need to do during this time period, I just need to essentially take the bull by the horns and take charge and, you know, use my voice, which I'm always saying, but I definitely need to use my voice. So that was how I can embrace the sacred feminine within to help birth what is in my heart space. The second one is, how can I allow the traits of the divine masculine within to flourish without resistance? And this is the card I got. Eagle. See from a higher perspective. So essentially a bird's eye view. You know, look at the whole situation. Don't be drawn in necessarily to one perspective. Step back, take myself out of the situation maybe a little bit, and try to look at it with objective eyes or new eyes. Or possibly if there's something that I want to work on during this particular new moon, some sort of intention that I want to set, then I need to get maybe more than just my own perspective. You know, maybe ask a couple people. So the third one was, How can I integrate the dualities within? And this is the card that I got. Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. I have said many times that I feel like my strongest psychic ability is clear cognizant, which means it affects my dreams. And I've just recently started dreaming again. You know that I have been having issues with dreaming since this whole wave of what we've got going on in the world has been happening. And so now that I am dreaming, I think it is important that I listen to what comes from that. Make sure that I'm writing in my dream journal. You get what I mean. I have to pause this just for a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I had to let the boy in. Okay, so the next question that we had here was, what do I need to hear from my ancestors? And I actually got 2 cards. I didn't even realize it until I had already done all of my other cards. And then I went to pick it up and it was 2 cards. This was on top, telling me that I needed to connect with my emotions. And I'm the kind of person, I try to be really, really practical. Sometimes maybe too logical, too much about the information and less about the emotion. It's not always the case, but yeah, sometimes I just, I don't allow myself to feel certain things because I don't think that they're constructive or productive. I don't know. So I'm just going to try to pay attention to my own emotions and connect with them on a deeper level. You know, very much in that watery. And then the other one was the moon. Take note of intuitive messages, which we go back to the medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing, right? So that was, what do I need to hear from my ancestors? The next one was, what needs to be expressed that is fluttering in my head? And this is what I got, was the Sun card. Something I thought was really, really fitting. We've got, this is my feminine side. This is my masculine side. I had the sun come up for under here. And I had the moon come up with the watery, which the water is also a feminine element. A very receptive element. I thought that was really wild. So, what do I need? What needs to be expressed that is fluttering in my head? I just think whatever it is that I am, like the intuitive messages that I'm getting, especially about what's going on in this, you know, with the world, and just like the video that I just did with my sister about the shadows and illusions, I need to express those things that are weighing heavy on me and the emotion behind it. I need to make sure that I'm bringing those things to light, not just leaving them in the dark, or not just me processing those things myself. Because these are things that I have believed and known about for quite some time. I mean, years. But I haven't brought a whole bunch of it to this channel because I did not want to just, like, overpower this channel about all that. So, yes, there's my Sully baby. But I do think now is the time to bring things to light about what's happening in the world right now, my beliefs on what's happening in the world. So, and then the next message I got was 6. What seeds of inspiration do I need to draw on for the new moon in Gemini? What seeds of inspiration do I need to draw on for the new moon in Gemini? And this is the card I got. Trust your talents in changing times. So, trust my intuition. That's what I think of when I think of talents. And just rely on, also doing crafting and stuff like that because it puts me like in a meditative state. This is something I've talked about before. Oh, what are you doing, Sully? So I think that I need to just trust in myself that I am making or getting the correct discernment, or I know the correct discernment about what's going on around me and, you know, in the world. And then the last one was number 7, message from Grandmother Moon. This is a great spread. Winter, take care of your needs. So, the only other thing that I could draw from this other than was, you know, don't put myself last. Don't put others' needs before mine all the time. Make sure that I'm paying attention to my body during this period of time. And yes, I go back to my emotions and my thoughts, because this moon is about communication. But take care of my needs. Don't overdo it. I have a tendency to overdo it, and as you can see on my channel now, I have collaboration here, collaboration there, live here, live there, and sometimes I just put too much on my shoulders, and I need to just chillax a little bit. Not always, it's not a race, you know, this is not a race, but so there you have it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, it is on my Pinterest. I will be putting a link down below to her website as well, and to the article that I seen for doing an actual ritual, which I thought was wonderful. I do plan on doing some new moon water, which you can see right over here. I filled that up with some spring water, and that is the beautiful bottle that Jessica over at Pagan Pathways created for me. I will put a card up in this corner here, showing when I opened up all of my beautiful gifts from her, and that was one of them. So I am so excited to actually use it and create some really good communication moon water, new moon water, I should say. And just to show you really quick, I do have a card here from the Moonology deck, and this is for the new moon in Gemini, and I have some labradorite, 3 rough labradorite. I'm not sure if you can see you might not be able to see the flash because I don't really have a whole lot of color. Or there, you can see it a little bit. So anyways, I really associate labradorite with the moon energy also, because it's about like unlocking your psychic abilities and activating your intuition and your third eye. So I always like using that, and that's like my intention right now with so much going on. There's so much information out there that this new moon for me, just like many, is about discernment. And not only working on what everybody sees, but also the darkness, so that I can have balance in myself, but also discernment so that I can discern what is actually going on in the world. So, and then I've got my female and male candles, and then of course my new moon candle going, just setting like a little like a little ritual space for me while I did this. And I hope to see other people doing this, and I'm just going to put hashtag Gemini New Moon Tarot Spread, and I hope to see other people doing it as well. And I am sending you love and light. Thank you.